One name sits at the center of motorcycle racing history. The charisma of a rock star. The competitive fire of a gladiator. 9 world championships. The Doctor. For 2 decades, he didn't just compete, he dominated, he entertained, and he became a global cultural phenomenon. But here's the true question we need to answer today. How good was Prime Valentino Rossi, really? We're not just looking at stats, we're dissecting the man, the machine, the mindset, and the moments that made him practically unbeatable. We'll analyze his greatest switch and his most brutal rivalries. Trust me, the 2004 manufacturer leap is something every sports fan needs to understand. Let's ride. Hello everyone. When we talk about Prime Rossi, we're defining the period from his 500 cubic centimeters debut in 2000 through his final title in 2009. It's a full decade of supremacy. In those years, Rossi won 7 Premier Class World Championships, 1 on the 2-stroke 500 cubic centimeters, and 6 on 4-stroke MotoGP bikes. He won 3 consecutive titles with Honda, then 4 consecutive titles with Yamaha. He successfully transitioned through massive technical shifts in the sport, the switch from 500 cubic centimeters 2-stroke to 990 cubic centimeters 4-stroke, and later the reduction to 800 cubic centimeters engines. Think about that adaptability. It's like a tennis player mastering wood, graphite, and carbon fiber rackets, all while winning. This wasn't a flash in the pan. This was ruthless, week-in, week-out consistency. That streak of 23 successive podiums proves he was in a league of his own. Up to 2003, critics always had an asterisk next to Rossi's dominance. He has the best bike, the Honda RC211V, of course he wins. Honda was the benchmark, and Rossi was its captain. Then came the move that changed everything. Rossi left the dominant machine to join Yamaha. Why was this impossible? Because Yamaha hadn't won a championship since 1992, and the M1 bike was notoriously difficult. Welcome, South Africa, 2004. The season opener. In one of the greatest battles ever seen, Rossi fought his bitter rival, Max Biaggi, who was still on the factory Honda. On the final lap, Rossi held him off. He won. That moment, pulling over, kissing his M1, was monumental. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. He proved, beyond any doubt, that he was the difference maker. He won the title that year, cementing the move as the greatest display of rider influence in the history of the sport. What truly separated Prime Rossi was his mindset. He was known as the Sunday man because he rarely focused on raw qualifying pace. His genius was reserved for the race. The racecraft, Rossi's tire management was legendary. He knew precisely how much grip he had left when his competitors were panicking. He'd often run slower mid-race laps, then unleash devastating speed in the final 5 laps, demoralizing the leader. The psychological warfare, Rossi didn't just beat you, he needed you to know it. From the yellow t-shirt stunts aimed at Biaggi to the subtle stares and mind games, he created an atmosphere where rivals often choked under pressure when he was behind them. Take the corkscrew on Casey Stoner in 2008. Rossi made an illegal yet unpunished pass that was so outrageous, so far beyond the limit, it broke Stoner's concentration for the remainder of the season. It wasn't just a pass, it was a psychological checkmate. He combined supreme technical feedback for his engineers with an innate ability to intimidate. That is the definition of a comprehensive champion. A champion is defined by their rivals. Rossi faced generations of elite talent and conquered them all in his prime. Rivalry 1, Max Biaggi and Sergio Bernal, the early 2000s. Rivalry 2, Casey Stoner, the speed merchant. Rivalry 3, Jorge Lorenzo, the teammate. Conquering such a diverse, world-class field proves that Rossi's prime was not an accident, it was an era built on superior skill and psychology. So, wrapping up our analysis, how good was Prime Valentino Rossi? He was a perfect storm of technical ability, strategic insight, incredible racecraft, and cultural impact. He didn't just set records, he made motorcycle racing accessible, turning himself into one of the most bankable sports stars globally. His talent saved the sport, his personality defined it, and his prime years set the benchmark for competitive excellence that may never be matched. Now, the floor is yours. Which moment best defines Prime Rossi? Was it the 2004 Welcome win, the 2008 Corkscrew, or the 2009 Catalunya battle? Let me know your GOAT argument in the comments below.